Anybody else who would like to announce their name?
Hare Krishna, this is Ikshita from Orlando, Florida. Please accept my humble obeisance. Thank you,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna.
Mataji. Dandvat Pranam. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. Thank you so much for joining. Hare Krishna devotees, Dandvat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada and glories to Guru Maharaj. Today we are so fortunate to have His Grace Gaur Gadadhar Prabhuji from Tennessee, and today Prabhuji is going to enlighten us on Srimad Bhagvatam, Canto 8, Chapter 5, Verse 14. Hare Krishna Prabhuji, whenever you're ready, please take over the call.
Sure, Mataji. Thank you. Hare Krishna. So we'll start with the Mangalachan and then the discussion. Om Agyan Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasme Shri Guruve Nama. I was born in the darkest ignorance, and my spiritual master opened my eyes with the torchlight of knowledge. I offer my respectful obeisances unto him. Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupam Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vande Aham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Patakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamsha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagan Raghunatamitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Sadbhutam Parijan Sahitam Shri Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sagan Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapat Kanchan Gorangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Rishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kaltarobhasya Kripa Sindhu Bhaevacha Patitanam Pavnebhyo Vaishnavibhyo Namo Namah Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. And few verses glorifying Srimad Bhagavatam. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Mudiriye Nashta Prayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavad Sevaya Bhagavati Uttam Shaloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naistaki Shranvata Swakatha Krishna Punya Shravana Kirtana Hirdayantostoe Bhadrani Vidunoti Suhasatam. Shri Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who resides in everyone's heart as Super Soul, Paramatma, and is a benefactor of all the devotees, cleanses the desire for material enjoyment from the heart of the devotees who has developed an urge to hear his messages, which are in themselves virtuous when properly heard and chanted. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So we are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 8, Chapter 5, entitled The Demigods Appeal to the Lord for Protection. And we are reading from verse 14 onwards. So in this chapter, we have seen that in the previous verse, if we see uh, that no, that Parikshit Maharaj, he 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 says like his mind was uh, disturbed by the threefold miseries of the material nature: Adi Bhautik, Adi Devik, Adi Adhyatmik. No? The so these kaleshas or these miseries, no, are always disturbing. The Adi Devik, the ones that are coming from the demigods. Now Adi Bhautik, that are coming from the other living entities, and Adi Adhyatmik is something that is coming from our mind and senses. So Parikshit Maharaj says that his mind, his heart was disturbed, which was disturbed by the threefold miseries, is not yet satiated by hearing the glorious activities of the Lord, who is the master of the devotees. So now, based on his inquisitiveness, based on his mood, this further verse will be coming up. So here, Sut Goswami will be speaking. And we will see all throughout the Bhagavatam, all these different genealogy of the kings, no, the kings and the sons, and further the no, their genealogy, everything is in connection with Krishna. That's why Parikshit Maharaj, no, he is feeling relief from the threefold miseries when he is hearing the glorious activities of the Lord, because now we are in the eighth canto, and now we are getting closer and closer. This genealogy of different kings and the rulers of the world. Now we are getting into that. We are getting closer and closer to the appearance of Lord Krishna, the Yadu dynasty. And we have already seen that Yadu dynasty was all devotees of the Lord who had appeared in this dynasty to partake no, their services in the pastimes of the Lord. So now, so Parikshit Maharaj and no, shows his inquisitiveness to hear more about the glories of the Lord, and we will see further. And these were multiple conversations going on Srimad Bhagavatam. So the one that we will be starting is the latest one, basically, where Sud Goswami uh, and the Shaunak rishis. Sud Goswami is addressing Shaunak rishi, and uh, 60,000. I think there was thousands of sages under Shamik under Shaunak rishi, who were in that audience at Namesharanya, hearing the Srimad Bhagavatam from Sud Goswami. So that's the no. So today let's start with verse number 14. Shri Suta Vacha Samprishto Bhagavan Evam Dvapaina Suto Dvija Abhinandaya Hare Viryam Abhyachastum Prachakrame. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Sri Sud Goswami said, O learned Brahmanas assembled here at Naimesharanya, when Sukdev Goswami, the son of Dvaipaina, was thus questioned by the king, he congratulated the king and then endeavored to describe further the glories of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Yeah. So we were seeing uh, Parikshit Maharaj in previous verse was feeling two things. He was not feeling satiated by hearing the pastimes of the Lord. And second thing, he was feeling relief from the threefold miseries of the material nature by hearing those glories. So he wants So now based on that, Sud Goswami is quoting this. No? And then when Sukdev Goswami was very happy to hear this inquisitiveness of the king, Maharaj Parikshit, and he begins to describe further the glories of the Supreme Lord. So we'll go to text 15 through 16. Shri Shukha Vacha Yada Yuddhe Ashurer Deva Badhyamana Shita Yudhe Gat Gatasavo Nipatita Notistheran Sama Brushihi Bhushriya Yada Durvasa Shapena Sendra Lokastrayo Nrpa Nihashrikas Chabhamstatra Nesho Ihadaya Kriya. Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada. Translation. Sukdev Goswami said, when the Asuras, with their serpent weapons, severely attacked the demigods in a fight, many of the demigods fell and lost their lives. Indeed, they could not be revived. At that time, O king, the demigods had been cursed by Durvasa. At that time, O king, the demigods had been cursed by Durvasa Muni. The three worlds were poverty stricken, and therefore ritualistic ceremonies could not be performed. The effects of this were very serious. Purport. It is described that while Durvasa Muni was passing on the road, he saw Indra on the back of his elephant and was pleased to offer Indra a garland from his own neck. Indra, however, being too puffed up, took the garland and without respect for Durvasa Muni, he placed it on the trunk of his carrier elephant. The elephant, being an animal, could not understand the value of the garland, and thus the elephant threw the garland between his legs and smashed it. Seeing this insulting behavior, Durvasa Muni immediately cursed Indra to be poverty stricken, bereft of all material opulence. Thus the demigods, afflicted on one side by fighting demons and on the other side by curse of Durvasa Muni, lost all the material opulences in the three worlds. It is extremely opulent in materialistic advancement. Let me read again. To be extremely opulent in materialistic advancement is sometimes very risky. The materially opulent person does not care about anyone, and thus he commits offenses to the great personalities, such as devotees and great saints. This is the way of material opulence. As described by Sukdev Goswami, Dhana Durma Dhanda. Too much wealth makes one blind. This happens even to Indra in his heavenly kingdom, and what to speak of others in this material world. When one is materially opulent, he should learn to be sober and well behaved towards Vaishnavas and saintly persons. Otherwise, he will fall down. So, very nice actually. So, we are reading with Prabhupada's purport, the things become clear. No? So, in the translation, it just talked about the curse of the Durvasa Muni. So, here we also see the details given by Srila Prabhupada. So, as we see that Sud Goswami is telling the sages at Namasharanya in the previous verse that in the prior verse, he was quoting Maharaj Parikshit's inquisitiveness to know more about the glories of the Lord, the glorious pastimes of the Lord. So he is not feeling satiated by that. And Sud Goswami is now again quoting that conversation that happened between Sukdev Goswami and Maharaj Parikshit. So here, today, Sukdev Goswami says that the demigods were on one side being cursed by Durvasa Muni and to be poverty stricken, and on the other side they were very, very heavily attacked by the asuras, the demons. And based on the two factors, being cursed by Durvasa Muni and being attacked very, very severely by the serpent weapons of asuras, the demigods, many of them, they died. Their lives were lost. And they all basically, and because through demigods, through fire god, the demigods get the ritualistic activity, the the offerings that are made in the ritualistic ceremonies, and through the demigods they forwarded to Lord Vishnu. So now, since the demigods were all like no more in power, so all these ritualistic ceremonies could not be done. And the effect was, as we see from like Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, like the acts of sacrifice should never be given up. So so here we see, like, since the demigods were not there to accept the offerings that were done in the ritualistic ceremonies, so since they were not there, so it was not being no it was not being performed by people. So the effect was, it was further like no ritualistic activities being done, more miseries. So all the nature uh, swaps, the nature basically wraps up its resources, you know and we have seen that happening in multiple places. Now when King Vena, the demon, the sinful king was there, that time also earth stopped. It did not, it stopped producing things. And then we see, and the demons like Hiranyakashipu, forcibly he was extracting everything from the nature. And definitely, Lord Nrsimhadev had to come to deliver or liberate him, so to protect Mother Earth and the demigods. So here we see how people being puffed up with the material opulences, they sometimes creates offenses. So here we see Durvasa Muni, he is such a powerful sage, and we have so many different pastimes where Durvasa Muni performs has wonderful pastimes with Srimati Radharani, and so many different pastimes with the Pandavas, with the Maharaj Amrish, and he is such a powerful yogi that he has a potency to travel anywhere, all the way to a Vaikuntha also. But at the same time, such great personalities, they command respect. But Indra, so he had a garland, and he saw King Indra. He offered his garland to King Indra, but King Indra was so puffed up. He put that garland around the on the trunk of elephant, and the elephant has no value for anything. They don't know anything. So the elephant trampled that garland, basically disrespecting. No, that was disrespecting Durvasa Muni, and Durvasa Muni cursed all the demigods to lose their opulences. So that is what Prabhupada is giving the hint here, that when we are too much materially opulent, it is a risky situation. In that situation, we try to offend the senior Vaishnavas or the great saints, or the sages. We try to disrespect them, and that makes you, because the wealth makes you blind. So we also see from the past time, from Srimad Bhagavatam only, when Kali was coming on the onset, like not towards the end of the Dwapar, Kali Yuga was coming, and but Maharaj Parikshit was very strong. He 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 went ahead, and he's wanted to kill Kali. So Kali saw that Maharaj Parikshit is a powerful emperor, so he surrendered to Maharaj. No, and then based on based on his surrender, it is said that king cannot kill anyone who has surrendered to him or who is running away from the battle. So, based on that etiquette, Maharaj Parikshit did not kill Kali, and since he surrendered to Maharaj Parikshit, king offered him four places to stay. Wherever there is the meat eating, like slaughtering, no, like no, that is one place. The second thing was uh, the brothels and all, where the illicit uh, things happen. Then the third is the intoxication, like all the intoxicants, and the fourth is where the gambling happens. No? So these four places were given to Kali, but Kali said, "In your kingdom, on this planet, there is no such place. No, you need to give me another place." So then Maharaj Parikshit gave him to live in wealth or gold. Gold is equivalent to wealth. No, so based on that, the wealth is very very dangerous. It is needed. If we don't have wealth, it is a problem. And if we have wealth and we are blinded by it, we have a problem. So we need to take a middle path where we no, having wealth is not a problem, but using it in the service of Krishna will safeguard us. Otherwise we may do the same offenses as Indra did. And no, we will offend the great Vaishnavas, and that can basically disrupt. No, that will disrupt our devotional service. And definitely, whenever the saintly people, even when they curse, that is a blessing in disguise. That is inherent, indirectly a blessing, because now here Indra is so much puffed up. He needs to be. He needs to understand that he is not all in all. It's Krishna who is the supreme proprietor, the supreme controller, and uh, the enjoyer of everything. So, but when people like the demigods who are devotees of the Lord, but they are sakam devotees. They have material desires also. Yeah. And they make mistakes. So Krishna protects them. No, Krishna rectifies the situation and gives them, and no, instead of killing, he rectifies them by in different ways. So here we see King Indra. Basically, he along with the demigods, they are cursed and they lost against the demons, and that's why the effect of that was very very serious in the uh, in the in the material nature. Material nature was totally the kingdom of heaven was taken over by the demons, and no, everything was turbo turvy. Yeah. Okay, let's move to the verse number 17 through 18. नैशम्यतात्सुरागणा महेन्द्रावरुणादया नादया गच्छन् स्वयं मन्त्रे मन्त्रायन्तो विनिश्चितम् ततो ब्रह्मा शभां जग्मुः मेरो मूर्धनि सर्वशा सर्वं विज्ञापयं चक्रुः प्रान्ता परमेष्ठिने. Translation: Lord Indra, Varuna, and other demigods, seeing their lives in such a state, consulted among themselves, but they could not find any solution. Then all the demigods assembled and went together to the peak of Sumeru mountain. There, in the assembly of Lord Brahma, they fell down to offer Lord Brahma their obeisances, and then they informed him of all the incidents that have taken place. So here we see the demigods, they try to find the solution, how to come out of this situation. Now, which where the demons have taken over and over their kingdom, the heavenly planets, and no, they tried to find solution, but then they could not do so. So that's why they went to Lord Brahma's abode, Brahmalok, which is the topmost planet, which is the topmost in the whole of material cosmos, and it's on the peak of the Sumeru mountain, the tip, where Lord Brahma's abode is, and they approached him and told him, after offering obeisances, that informed Lord Brahma about all that has happened. Yeah, we can take 19 through 20. Savilokendriya vayo adnin निहासत्वान् विगतप्रभान् लोकान् अमङ्गलप्रायान् असुरान् अयथा विभो समाहितेन मनसा समस्मरं पुरुषं परम् उवाचो दुफुला वदना देवं स भगवान् परः. Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada. Translation: Upon seeing that the demigods were bereft of all influence and strength, and that all the three worlds were consequently devoid of auspiciousness, and upon seeing that the demigods were in an awkward position, where all the demons were flourishing, Lord Brahma, who is above all demigods and who is the most powerful, concentrated his mind on the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Thus, being encouraged, he became bright faced and spoke to the demigods as follows. Purport: After hearing from the demigods the real situation, Lord Brahma was very much concerned because the demons were unnecessarily so powerful. When demons became powerful, the entire world is placed in an awkward position because demons are simply interested in their own sense gratification and not in the welfare of the world. Demigods or devotees, however, are concerned with the welfare of all living beings. Sri Rup Goswami, for example, left his ministership and went to Vrindavan for the benefit of the entire world. Lokanam hita karanam. This is the nature of the saintly person or demigod. Even impersonalists think of the welfare of all people. Thus, Brahma was very much concerned at seeing the demons in the power. So, in this particular verse, we see once the situation was being disclosed to Lord Brahma by all the demigods, where demons have become powerful and taken over the heavenly planets. So Brahmaji was concerned. Yeah. So here we can see that Prabhupada is talking about, because why? What's the difference between the demigods and demons? So demons, they make everything awkward. They create awkward situation because they are simply interested in their own sense gratification. They're not interested in the welfare of the people. Right? But on the other hand, the devotees or the demigods, they are concerned with the welfare of other living beings. So we can see that here the demons actually know when they have so it's not like demons have something different. No, it's just a mindset that demons are thinking just for themselves and devotees are thinking for the welfare of others. And that's why, and Prabhupada says, in that context, even the impersonalists who are transcendentalists, uh, they also are thinking for the welfare of others. So that's why the Lord Brahma was very, very concerned when he saw that all the demonic powers have taken over the heavenly planets, and that they, because of their taking over, all the situation in the material cosmos is very, very concerning. Everything is, all auspiciousness is gone, and everybody is in a very, very awkward and a painful situation. So I will stop here, and open up the forum for any questions or any additions that devotee will like to do. No? Yeah. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Mandalat Pranam to you. Shri Prabhupada ki jai, Guru Maharaj ki jai.
Yeah. Hare Krishna Mataji. Yeah.
Thank you so much for your association and class. And somehow I felt I heard you after a long time, or maybe I missed your class. We were hearing about Gajendra earlier, and I was thinking when you talked about this elephant who crushed the flower, and there Gajendra was offering a flower. So, one thought was coming to me that how bhakti is so powerful that even if a person has done bhakti in his life, and like we often say, right, we carry forward the bhakti. We don't take anything with us. Not a needle goes with us, but bhakti goes with us. So this elephant was carrying the bhakti. The Gajendra ji was carrying the bhakti, and because of that, he was able to do it in his animal body. But here is just the opposite, where the animal is, they don't care, or they are in so much of a mode of ignorance that Srila Prabhupada in his lectures has many times said that it's they are so much in ignorance that even if there's a class going on, they will not understand Bhagvatam class or Bhagavad Gita class. So we can only give them some prasadam. So it was a nice comparison, because we are still in the Gajendra Muksha chapter. But thank you so much for this thing, and I really like that point about being puffed up. So one question comes to mind is that there are a lot of people who are very rich also, and they are not puffed up. you know so but here in that case, Indra was little puffed up. And so why do generally people get puffed up? I mean, because like because they get money, so they think that money is we have so much bank balance, or is money the only aspect, or there's some other thing also where we can understand, because we see that in our life also, in our relatives, friends. Some people are very, very puffed up, and we don't want to associate with them, and they are very, very rich, and the way of going about life is just like you explained about Indra. So can you ponder some thoughts on this, Prabhuji?
Yeah, Mataji. Thank you. Definitely to your first point, actually, Mataji, definitely, like we can see between Gajendra and this elephant Eravat, who is with Indra. So between them, there's a difference of bhakti. So based on that bhakti, which the elephant has performed in his previous past and life, right? So that basically helped him to understand that no one else can protect him. So he offered a flower to the Lord, and he offered the prayers, in his mind, and Krishna immediately appeared and protected him. And on the other side, Eravat, uh, he is no. So that means, like, no, even though materially someone, some living entity may be in a material animal body, but no, and as you said, like, no, they won't understand the higher message, but yeah, through prasadam, they can get benefit out of that. But on the other hand, people who may be in the human body, but they are not performing bhakti, that means they are on the animalistic lifestyle, so they are no better than animals only. Yeah, so that's a nice point. But then with bhakti, everyone gets the benefit. There is a win-win situation for everyone. Yeah. And second thing, Mataji, like about what you said about this puff, being puffed up with my wealth and all. As we saw, that wealth in itself, carries, it has the, has Kali Yuga, Kali, when Maharaj Parikshit was given fifth place, so he was given that in gold. So basically, we see all that currency, wealth, and all is all driven by gold, the gold reserve with the bank, right? So the gold has that. But now, if we don't use it for Krishna, then the same gold will basically has no the effect of Kali Yuga on us, right? So that is where we see, we are totally mad. We become we don't no and definitely that becomes another we fall down from our position. That's why one thing that no we saw that earlier when Krishna spoke in Bhagavad Gita, where Krishna said suchinam gehanam, right? So when he carries the karma, like if he has performed little devotional service, then he will definitely get birth in a rich family, mercantile family, where he is born with a silver spoon, where he doesn't have to struggle too much for material resources. And but person who has performed good amount of devotional service, higher percentage, he will be born in a Brahmana family or a pure devotee family, no, based on his advancement in on the devotional path. So the one who is born in the rich family, he has performed little devotion, but then this wealth covers him up. No, he thinks everything, takes everything for granted, right? So that's the whole idea here. No, that's the whole message of the scriptures. No, and the scriptures enlighten us, and it is because of ignorance. As long as we are in ignorance, no, we will not be able to understand who is the supreme enjoyer. And we can see the people are trying so hard to enjoy through their senses, through their material senses, through the material mind, and they are further and more being embarrassed and frustrated by trying to enjoy. So the only enjoyment that comes is when we serve the supreme Bhoktaram, who is the supreme enjoyer, Krishna, and in this enjoyment we can enjoy. And Prabhupada has given the example of a mother and a child. When mother serves the child, she feels more happiness, no more enjoyment. So likewise, Krishna, when we are serving Krishna, we feel more enjoyment, in when we are serving Krishna. no? And that's the way people know they miss on this, and in that ignorance they try to extract through material mind and material senses, and they are becoming more and more implicated in karma, and they are also going away more and more away going away from Krishna. Yeah, yeah. So definitely whatever benefit we have got by the blessings of the devotees, we need to give that same benefit to the other people who come in our contact, right? Yeah. And definitely the pleasure that the devotees enjoy makes even Krishna wonder what is there in me that devotees are getting. Like, no, I enjoy that service of the devotees, but devotees are enjoying million times more than me. Like Srimati Radharani, who is a supreme devotee, no, she's enjoying more enjoyment in serving me. So that's why Krishna himself takes the mood of Radharani. No, he himself comes as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to experience that love that devotees have for Krishna. Yeah. So it's a wonderful thing, and definitely, we, and with ignorance, this thing can be rectified. Yeah. Hare Krishna. Mate. We need, once we help, the Bhagavatam can help us enlighten, and through once that ignorance is gone, everyone will be seeing that true picture. Yeah. Hare Krishna. Mate.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. And I think with more wealth, the enjoying propensity for oneself increases, So we have to be very careful. Even if we have more wealth, we have to make sure that we use it for Krishna's seva, right?
Yeah, sure, Mati. Yeah, that's the point, Mataji.
Also, one more thing, Prabhuji, I was remembering this Parikshit Maharaj when, he was cursed. And what happened is that because he had already seen Krishna in the womb of his mother, right? So he took the curse he took the curse in a way that he quickly went to the forest and left everything, the kingdom and all that. He was a devotee. So it's in the sense, I was just thinking how these exalted souls like Gajendra, Parikshit Maharaj, Yudhishthir Maharaj, how they are so they're not connected to one life only. their life is like, okay, this has happened, now I have to go back to Krishna. It's like we very conveniently say that, we have to go back to Godhead. But Parikshit Maharaj is giving us an example, of how actually, and similarly, like with Gajendra also, like it was all Krishna's plan. How, so it doesn't matter, animal body, and Bharat Maharaj too, like being a deer, animal body, what body. But the point is, bhakti is so important that even if we know that it's supposed we get an animal body because of our past karma, still that bhakti will be there in the animal body. So that thing is, that reincarnation aspect of bhakti is so important that we are learning from Bhagavatam. So I just wanted to share that little bit. So very, very enlightening. And thank you so much, Prabhuji, for a wonderful class. Hare Krishna.
Yeah. Thank you for so many reflections, Mataji. Always good to hear, as many times we hear, we try to purify our material mind and senses. So that's the only way.
So Prabhuji, I don't have to say your class is good, because it is obviously good. Because of that, the reflection came. Otherwise, in the beginning of the class,
No,
my mind was completely blank after chanting. So, why the reflection is coming? Because your class was so good. Thank
no,
you so much.
Mataji.
Hare
Prabhupada has done everything for us. We just need to repeat that, whatever we are hearing. Yeah.
Wonderful to hear you and also Mataji come on the call. So nice, both of you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Thank you, Mataji, for your service. Yeah. I
Hare
think,
Krishna, Prabhuji. This is Geeta. Thank you so much for this wonderful class.
yeah.
What I'm understanding from your explanation is that, Prabhuji, that if you have little punya, then you get a lot of wealth. And if you have a lot more punya, I mean, just hypothetical, then one would get, uh, a birth in a religious and a highly elevated family in terms of
Yeah.
spiritual.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, Mataji. So that's Krishna gives that assurance, in Bhagavad Gita when he's talking to Arjun, because Arjun was saying actually, because he raised a concern like for people who are too advanced, definitely no, they are benefited. We are all in, no, for most, I can speak for myself, like so we have started this devotional service, right? So we are not mingling with the material, we cannot mingle anymore with the material minded people, but we have not reached the highest stage yet, so we are in the middle. So based on that, like what will happen, like if at this point of time I have to leave the body, right? So Krishna is assuring that still, there is no, it is still beneficial, like you will not lose whatever you have achieved, right? So that's basically Krishna is inspiring with knowledge that no, whatever we have done in this life will take us to the next life. Yeah. And based on that, there's no loss or diminution in this endeavor. Yeah. So we should be continuing with full conviction. Yeah, Krishna is there to protect us, Krishna is there to help us, guide us. Yeah. So with that conviction, we should help ourselves first, help, then help others who are around us. Yeah.
Yes, Prabhuji. My question actually, Prabhuji, is the difference in the when you have you've done, like, in terms of having wealth and having a
Yeah.
position in a highly elevated family is basically directly proportional to your
Devotion.
service,
Yeah.
devotional service. But the thing is, if you get a birth in a wealthy family, most likely, it may not happen every time, is that you get, it's actually, I've heard this, I don't know if it's true, that if you are born in a wealthy family, actually the Lord is not that much pleased with you, because chances are you will fall again, because you get so entangled in Maya, you know
Yeah.
unless you really work very hard.
Yeah, yeah, no, that's true actually. And Mataji, so many devotees, we see the example of Amrish Prabhu actually, who is Srila Prabhupada disciple, and this Alfred Ford, Ford companies, like great grandson of Henry Ford. So he is building up big temple in Mayapur. So we can see there are devotees actually, and definitely it's just it doesn't matter whether you have wealth or not, but then the problem is like it's the yeah, that definitely there's a higher probability of falling into the bad association when we have wealth. But at the same time, if we are in the right association, that will shield us from slipping away. into the bad association. Yeah. So yeah. So basically, Krishna is just saying, actually, he is assuring that no matter whether you know, otherwise we may say, oh, getting to the pure devotion is very, like, it's impossible for us, right? Then let's not do it even, right? So Krishna is assuring that even when you have started, right, there is, you have the guarantee, it will protect you from the highest danger of falling into the lower species, right? So the 8,400,000 species of life, right? So in the mostly all are animalistic and all those, right? And even 500,000 species of human species are there. Mostly, most of them are lower, like, no, based on the growth, mental growth. So but then, like, we have got a perfect opportunity, so we need to use it in a proper way and try to take the full advantage. Yeah.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mari. Thank you. So I guess we can wind up today's call. Vancha kalptarubhaisya kirpa sindhu bhaivacha patitanam
नाम पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो
vaishnav.
नमो नमः अनंत कोटि वैष्णव की जय
Jai.
ब्रह्मांड
Hare Krishna.
हरिदास
Hare
ठाकुर
Krishna.
Jai.
भागवतम की
Thank you.
जय
Yeah.
श्रील
Jai.
गौर गदाधर प्रभु की
Ki
जय
Jai.
थैंक यू सो
Hare
मच प्रभु
Krishna.
जी हरे कृष्णा धन्यवाद
Hare
हरे
Krishna. Hari
Hare Bol.
Bol.
हरि
Hari
Hare Bol.
Bol.
बोल हरि
Hare
बोल
Bol.
Hari
Hare
Bol.
Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji, for
Thank you,
letting
Thank you,
Prabhuji.
Prabhuji. Thank you.
Monday
Hare
morning. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.